Welcome back to the homestead. We have some new little additions. These are our new broiler chickens. So this year we intend to process all of our own meat chickens. We'll let the neighbor finish up doing what he's doing so we can move along. But we got these little guys. They are Cornish cross. And we'll see if I can bring one of them up there to see you. But
they're about 4 days older at the moment.
Yep, about 4 days old. And we're going to grow these guys up and see if we can make a nice healthy batch of chickens. So they're in here under a brooder plate. So what that does is it keeps them nice and toasty warm. Chicks need to be somewhere between about 80 and 100 degrees. So they need to have a nice warm area like they would if they were under their mama. And so that's what that does for them. At this age, they are able to eat chick starter feed and drink on their own, and they are very actually independent, but they do need that extra warmth. So that's what that provides for them.
So we'll bring you back like once a week and show you the progress on these.
It's amazing how fast they grow.
So we're back with the little meat birds here. They would have been 2 weeks old Thursday, and today is Sunday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're 2.5 weeks old, give or take. We moved them from the tote you saw them last time into here. And they're getting to the point where they're getting a little messy in here. So what we're going to do today is we're going to actually move this panel over the water trough so they can't sneak through into the pony stall over there. And we're going to give them a little bit more space, and we're also going to convert the plate into a warming, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It can be converted from
horizontal to vertical.
Yeah, horizontal to vertical. You'll see. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get things set up, and I'll bring you back and show you when we're ready to go.
Red pony.
So we've gone ahead and we've got them opened up. You can see they're a little upset that we're in here. We're messing with their system. They don't really like when people are messing around with them. And this type of bird, you have such a short period of time, there's no real way to make friends with them and handle them and teach them, you know, like you would a laying hen. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to give them some fresh water, some fresh food. And we'll bring you back. We'll try to bring you back once a week. Just give you a little progress report so you can see how big these things get in 8 weeks over one 15-minute video. So we're on about week 6 now with the batch of birds, and you can see they're getting pretty large. I'm pretty sure they were probably closer to 2 weeks old when we got them from Tractor Supply. They were in the thing down there at Tractor Supply, and we didn't ask and they didn't say how old they were. They already had a lot of their feathers. So these guys are probably going in the plucker this week. They're pretty good size. It's about the size we like them. So we're probably going to be taking care of these guys this week. I'm going to get them some water, and then I think Sue will take you in and show you the next batch of meat birds while I get this water. I'll meet you right in the barn.
So this is our second batch of meat birds for the year, and this will be our final batch as well. We bought 50 of them for this group. The other group is only 25. So these guys will stay in here until after the other ones are butchered, and probably for a week or so past that. And then we'll split them into 2 groups, and we'll have the indoor group and the outdoor group. So half of these guys will go out to the chicken tractor, and the other half will just raise here in the stall. And that is because we don't have quite enough grass really to do 50 chickens at once. So it works out better to just do half and half. But these guys are coming along nicely. You can see they already sort of, even at only a little over a week old, have the habit of lying down and eating at the feeder. These meat birds, because of how quickly they grow, tend to be very sedentary, and so they just pick at things in their general area, and they don't move around a whole lot. So we do still have the heater plate set up for these guys because it is getting still almost down to freezing at night. It's getting into the low 40s, and we want them to be warm enough, but pretty soon, another week here or so, and they won't need heat anymore. So that's our meat chicken update and the new batch of birds.
All right, so it's the night before. For us, it's Monday night. You guys probably won't see this until Wednesday, maybe Thursday. We're going to take these guys' food away here a little bit later when we do our evening chores. They are ready to be processed. You can see they're getting pretty good size. And we've had really good luck this year, knock on wood. Out of these guys, 25, we lost one, and they're going to process tomorrow. The little ones that we've had for about 2 weeks now, we've lost none so far. So we're feeling pretty good about our chickens this year. And it varies. You know, you can have a year where you lose a lot. You can have a year where you don't lose hardly any. I think a lot depends on just how they got transported through the mail to wherever you bought them from and that kind of thing. But we have our site set up over here. And we're not going to actually video processing the chickens. We may video plucking one just so you can see how the plucker works. But we're not good enough at processing chickens to teach you how to do it, and we also not really sure that's proper content for YouTube, you know, what the rules are. So we're just going to go ahead and show you what we've done. We did, as you've seen in the video just a couple days ago, we purchased a plucker from Right Farm Products. There's a lot of different variables to these out there. We just purchased the one that we could find that was affordable. The thing was I forget, probably said in the other video, but I want to say around $300. We've got, right now, this is what we're going to use for dunking the chickens. You have to dunk them in 130 degree-ish water to release the feathers. We will be finding something bigger, a little bit more automated, if you will, probably electric. And we have our cones set up on the barn. I am going to get some screws put in the wall and some mechanics wire. Couple of things I've watched, I've never tried this before, but a couple of things I've watched, if you put mechanics wire around their feet, they don't, you know, they won't fall out of the cone. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing. We're going to use the cooler to keep them cold while Sue does the cutting. We're not going to go very fast, so this is plenty big. And then we did pick up this kind of El Cheapo table from Stromberg's. Yeah. And it's got a little faucet and a little drain. So this is what Sue's going to use tomorrow. Long term, we'll probably get something a little bit better. I think long term, what we're going to end up doing is digging this out a little bit and putting a little platform here, or putting some gravel in here, and making more of a permanent spot here where it's a little more comfortable. Things are oriented a little bit better, and things are level, you know, just so we're not standing on a side hill or things tipping over. But that's where we're at. So we'll bring you back here in just a second. For you guys, for us, it'll be tomorrow. We'll bring you back in just a second, and we will show you one or two chickens going through the plucker. We will show you that, and then we'll show you the Vac Master and how well that works to to package this chicken. It was just a game changer for us, going from the old, I want to call it a seal a meal, but
Food Saver.
Food Saver. Yeah, thank you, Sue. Going from the Food Saver to the Vac Master was just, it was a game changer. We did 50 birds last fall. A friend of ours processed them for us, and when we got home, we were just exactly an hour to clean and package and have in the freezer all 50 birds, which I think was 150 bags of chicken, if I remember right, maybe more. So that's just amazing. That thing just ran steady the whole hour, just kept going and going and going. So we'll bring you back here tomorrow, and we'll show you how it all works. So we're back. We've processed our chickens. We didn't get to show you the plucker working. It just got real busy with Sue and I. We powered through it. It actually went really well. It took us about an hour to process 25 birds. Sue's still actually cutting, and I'm bagging. So we have the, I don't know what you call it, but the little strips off the breast. I have my vac master, and I have the bags. And basically what I'm doing is I'm re-washing the pieces in here, vacuuming them, and putting them in the freezer. So the only thing you got to be careful with a vac master is that right where the seal is, the bag is dry. I'm going to let this finish so you can hear me a little better. So the only thing you really got to be careful with on the vac master is right where the seal is dry. You don't have to worry about the rest of the bag because it doesn't actually suck the air out of the bag. It sucks the air out of the chamber and then seals it. So what I do is I fold the bag down ahead of time. I do about 10 or 12 bags, and then I wash all my chicken pieces. And then as I'm handling them, I'm not getting the bag wet. You know, it's pretty good that way. You can always take a paper towel and dry it if you have to. And I'll try to bring you in and show you a little close-up of the VacMaster working here in just a second. So then I try to use my time between cycles to roll up bags or lug chickens parts to the freezer. So I do both. Get a few bags ahead, lug some to the freezer. What's really nice about the VacMaster is it's continuous duty. So we can sit here and run for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It just doesn't care. So that's a real time saver right there. If you've ever used the food saver ones, you know, after 4 or 5 seals they get hot, they want to cool down. You know, they suck the moisture out of the bag, don't seal well. And the ones that I do get a little in there, I just wipe them off. Alright, I'm going to bring you in for a close-up. So, you know, we've got it all programmed. You've seen us do that before. The secret here, I find, is just to make sure the bag is laying flat. Make sure it's not wrinkled or anything. And get it in past the sealing bar, you know, half an inch or so. And then you pull the lid down. And it starts automatically. Then once it gets a little vacuum, you can let go of the lid. It'll hold the seal. And we'll see if we can show you how that works. So it's sealing now. Now it released the pressure and that sucked the vacuum out. And you see it sucked all the air right out of that. So that's about it, guys. That's pretty much it. I'm not going to bore you with watching me bag up the next 10 chickens. We're going to wrap this video up, and we hope that this helped you, figure out some of the things, some of the tools you may need, or if you might want to do this yourselves. I know we didn't show the actual process. The next batch of 25, we may show some of the process. This is the first time we've done it together, and we just wanted to focus on that. So I appreciate you guys watching. Any questions, leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.